how to find high-paying SMMA clients in 2022 after the intro. So, if you're new to the channel, my name is Playboy G. I'm a starting content creator, entrepreneur. I'm just sharing multiple different things that I'm doing and also just sharing my journey along the way. If you haven't checked out my other content, go check it out. And yeah, I'm just going to be pumping out a whole bunch of content like this, so make sure you subscribe. So, this is going to be how to find high-paying SMMA clients. So, this is all going to be based around what your niche is, what you're trying to target, because if you're trying to go after e-commerce, it's going to be a little different on prospecting than if you're trying to get local clients. Now, whenever I first got into it, I was going in e-commerce businesses because e-commerce businesses were just easier to come across. A lot of them were pumping out back in 2018. That's whenever I got started. So I was able to sell multiple different services to multiple startups and a lot of businesses that have already been in the industry for a long time. Sorry. So with all that being said, what niche are you going to be jumping into? You need to determine that so that you can determine exactly what is the best route for outreach and finding that client. One of the best ways to find clients for me, which is finding local clients, so you can do this in your area or wherever you are at, or you can even do this on Google Maps and look at a whole nother state, a whole nother country. It all depends on what you're trying to do. But what I do is I love to go to Google Maps and use exactly the tools that they give you, because you can find some really good clients and see exactly what people are doing and what they're not doing. So with all that being said, I'm gonna walk through around 3 different methods that you can try to find clients depending on the niche you're trying to target and exactly what you should be looking for. So you're gonna have to have the Google Chrome browser. And if you're on Windows, you probably have Edge. And then if you're on Mac, you have some Safari or some crap like that. You need to get Google Chrome. I'm pretty sure you probably already have Google Chrome or something like that, but get Google Chrome and you need to go to Google Maps. Today, I'm going to be using one extension, which is the Facebook Pixel Helper. You can pretty much go to the Google Chrome web store and from there download it. I gotta show you. And I'll speed up through this so you don't have to see this crap. Alright, so it says remove, but you would just download it from right there. So yeah, you're going to want to download that. Once you download that, you're going to want to go to the maps. So now we're in maps. What I like to do is look for specific niche related businesses. Like I said, if you're going in your local area, there's multiple different businesses you could target. You could target restaurants, dentists, chiropractors, salons. It just all determines on what you want to do. And some niches pay more, so I mean, you kind of have an understanding of probably which one you want to jump into. But yeah, local area, let's get it. So I would just look up pretty much chiropractors in Dallas, Texas. And boom, we're gonna come up with a whole bunch of results. And now this is where the prospecting actually starts to begin. Come over here to Premier Injury Clinic. Let's see what's going on. We want to look for a website. They obviously have a number, so we can call them if we want to do a cold call. But we go to their website, and the reason we're going to be going to their website is to see if they have a Facebook Pixel, which they do. So they have a Facebook Pixel. They actually have 2 Facebook Pixels, and they're tracking exactly what's going on their website. So they actually have a little bit of an understanding of what they're doing. But next thing I would like to target is their social profiles to see exactly if they're producing enough engagement and exactly building a right presence for themselves. If they're not, then we can actually go in and tell them, hey, I mean, you're leaving a lot of money on the table not being present on social media. And I don't see any social buttons on this site about us. Sorry if the feed's a little choppy, guys, because I just downloaded this recorder. Yeah, I don't see one. Okay, so, well, from here, you could cold call the business. I honestly would just jump to the next one because some businesses really do not care about social media and they will throw that in your face. And I mean, take that with a grain of salt because some businesses would like to be open-minded, some not so much. So I'll jump to the next website, and this one does not have a Facebook Pixel. So that automatically tells me that this page isn't doing anything with Facebook, and if they are doing anything with Facebook, they aren't doing anything properly. They're not tracking their conversions, their traffic, everything. So like I said, next step, you want to go look for social buttons right there. Boom, click on Instagram, 25 posts, 48 followers. So this page is like a perfect example. It's just a starting page. This guy could use a lot of help, and he probably is doing all this by himself. It looks like he's doing a lot of this by himself. So he could probably use a lot of help just by someone coming up to him, telling him exactly what needs to be done. He can use social media management. He can get a Facebook pixel installed on his website. He can even have a little bit of website improvement. There's a lot of different things. So this is an ideal client. Next thing that you would want to do is pretty much jump to the message and just send them a message. Talk to them, tell them exactly, hey, I'm not gonna send them a message right now because you can see right here on the side, I have some other stuff I gotta deal with. But that's pretty much where you would go. You send them a message and show them exactly what you can do for their business. This is the ideal client of what you want to find, because their website is nice, but they're leaving a few things by not having a pixel, and then their social profiles are not super pumping, so you can pretty much go in and offer traffic and all of these different things to help them grow. Now, this is one great method. That was just the second business, and just by seeing the Facebook Pixel Helper and going and checking out their socials, you can see exactly if they're an ideal client. And most of the time, these practices, they're making good money. They had to have a steady income to be taking care of their practice. So that already shows you and it tells that they are an ideal client. So that's just one of all these guys. So you can go in and you can do this in your area, you can do this in other areas. It all depends on exactly what you're trying to do, like I said. Now, when it comes to e-commerce clients are a little different, because I mean, you can't just look up e-commerce businesses in Dallas, Texas. You can't really do it. And if you do, you're probably gonna get some huge businesses that probably already have a whole bunch of corporational help or just multiple agency helps. So, and that should intimidate you. If you want to try to go after that, go after that. But I'm trying to show you this if you're a beginner, maybe even just, you already got the ball rolling, you just need a little bit more help. So when it comes to finding clients for e-commerce, I would go to I would go to Instagram practically. And how I did this before, whenever I first started, was I saw that there was a fake promotional pages scamming e-commerce businesses that are just coming up, and I kind of didn't like that, and I kind of started contacting these businesses, and a lot of them started asking me if I actually offered services, and then that's whenever I started selling to these e-commerce clients. So what I did was I looked up a specific hashtag. Some of the hashtags you can look up is like hashtag shout out and stuff like that, and you'll see promoters that come up after it. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and just jump into an example of a fake promoter so I can just show you. I actually have a list of these because I find one. Once you find one, they'll lead you to a few businesses. Those businesses will have messages from a ton of promoters, and you can just go in and actually find real business owners. This is an example of a fake promotional page, 169K. Their engagement matches slightly exactly what they're doing, but a lot of if you were to go and see exactly the type of engagement that they have, it's not very good engagement. So look, you just click on this, boom, you have a real Etsy business. It's someone trying to actually produce results, someone actually running a business, and like I said, you can go and send them a message. You can check out their sites, but usually on Etsy websites, you can't really check out much stuff. They can't really get a Facebook pixel on there. So we're gonna look at what they're doing. If we can improve something on their page, we will contact them, okay? So this is just one example of one business. We can go to this one. We got another real business right here. HDC Wood Shop, a wood shop owner. See, so this is another way I found that I can find e-commerce clients, by looking at these fake promotional pages, and you can see a whole bunch of businesses. And then, like how I said, whenever you were to find one of these businesses, you can go and click on their comment section, and they have a ton of fake promoters just trying to get at them, just a whole bunch of them, and that will lead you to another one. So you just click on them. We click over here, we see, look, more businesses. Oh, they're not tagging the business on that one. This one. Okay, and then you'll come across some duds like this that are just posting randomly to just try to get attention, I guess. I'm not too sure. But yeah. So this is just two methods of how to start finding high-paying clients. There's multiple different ways, but these two ways are very efficient for me on just like signing multiple different businesses and finding exactly which ones are high paying clients and which ones are kind of just not really there. So I hope you guys really like this. This is with Google Maps and with Instagram. You can do this with LinkedIn as well. Just whatever platform that you actually really like and use, utilize it. Utilize it to the most of its advantage and just figure out how you can facilitate it in the proper way. So again, my name is Playboy G. I'm a started content creator, entrepreneur. I'm gonna drop a whole bunch of content like this. Hope you guys like it. If you have any suggestions or something that you would like to see, or you have a comment on this, or you just want to drop a thought or something, drop it down below. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Peace.